I'm a Mac automation expert with over 20 years of experience, and in this video I'd like to show you how to create an automation workflow which adds a light leaks transition to your timeline in Premiere Pro in just a few seconds and with only one keystroke. And thanks to an automation method I developed myself over the years, you won't need any coding skills whatsoever and can easily do it yourself. Before we can create the automation workflow, we have to add our transition once manually, so make sure you have 2 clips added to your timeline and then create an adjustment layer. Drag and drop it one track over your clips like this. Go to the Effects panel, search for Lens Flare, add it to the adjustment layer. Search for Gaussian Blur, add it to the adjustment layer as well. Move your playhead to the cut between both clips. Move 15 frames to the left. Create a keyframe for Flare Center. Set both values to 0. Create a keyframe for Flare Brightness. Set the value to 0%. Create a keyframe for Blurriness. Move your playhead back to the cut between both clips. Move 10 frames to the right. Change the values for Flare Center to 1920 and 1080. Create a keyframe for Flare Brightness. Create a keyframe for Blurriness. Move your playhead back to the cut between both clips. Set the value for Flare Brightness to 250. Set the value for Blurriness to 25. Select all keyframes. Right-click on any of them. Change Temporal Interpolation to Bezier. Deselect all keyframes. Select only the Flare Center keyframes. Right-click on any of them. Select Ease In. Right-click on any of them again. Select Ease Out, trim the adjustment layer to your desired length, and you're finally done. If this is the first time you're watching one of my tutorials, please head over to the shortcut settings in Premiere Pro and make sure you have assigned the following shortcuts. Timelines, Shift+V to highlight the Timelines panel, Zoom to Frame, Command-Option-Control-Shift+B to center the playhead in our timeline, Projects, Shift+Y to highlight the Projects panel, Adjustment Layer, Command-Option-Control-Shift+A to create an adjustment layer, Rename under Projects panel, Command-Option-Control-Shift+R to rename our adjustment layer, Speed Duration, Command-R to trim our adjustment layer before adding it to our timeline, Effects, Shift+C to highlight the Effects panel, select Find Box, Shift+F to highlight the search field, and Effect Controls, Shift+X to highlight the Effect Controls panel. Then, with the adjustment layer selected in your timeline, go to the Effect Controls panel again, select both the Lens Flare and the Gaussian Blur effect, right-click on any one of them, select Save Preset from the pop-up menu, rename it to Light Leaks Transition Preset, and click OK to save it. Last but not least, make sure you have the free trial version of the app BetterTouch tool installed on your Mac. Navigate to this new icon up here, click on Configuration, and then let's get started with our automation. Click on these 3 little dots up here. Add a new trigger by clicking on the plus symbol in the left column and select Reusable Named Trigger in the right column. Rename it to Light Leaks Transition. If you haven't done it already, add a second trigger and name it Workflow Speed. Click on the plus symbol in the middle column, select the action called Pause Execution, Delay Next Action Blocking from the drop-down menu in the right column, and set its value to 1 second. Now highlight the Light Leaks Transition trigger again and add the first action by clicking the plus symbol in the middle column. Click into this search field, type Launch App and select the action Launch App, Open File, Start Apple Script. Click on Select App File and choose Premiere Pro. This will bring Premiere Pro to the front. Add another action called Trigger Named Trigger. Highlight the Workflow Speed trigger in the left column, copy its name and paste it into the text field of our Trigger Named Trigger action. This will allow us to adjust the overall speed of our workflow at the end. Now move your playhead to the cut between the 2 clips. This will be the starting point for our automation workflow. Back in BetterTouch tool, continue by adding the following 6 keyboard shortcut actions. Shift+V to switch to the Timelines panel, Command-Option-Control-Shift+B to zoom in and center our playhead, Shift+Y to switch to the Projects panel, Command-Option-Control-Shift+A to create a new adjustment layer, the Enter key, and Command-Option-Control-Shift+R to rename it. Then add an action called Insert Type Paste Custom Text and write Light Leaks Transition into the text field in the right column. In order to adjust the length of the adjustment layer before adding it to the timeline, add the keyboard shortcut action Command+R to our workflow next, followed by a Tab key shortcut action. Add the action Insert Type Paste Custom Text again, but this time write 25 into the text field on the right. Then comes the Enter key, Shift+V to switch to the Timelines panel, and 3 Shift+Left arrow key shortcut actions, which will move the playhead 15 frames to the left. Now we want want the automation to drag our new adjustment layer to the position of our playhead in the timeline. To achieve that, add an action called Find Search Image on Screen and move mouse next. Click on Choose Area of Screen in the right column and resize and reposition this red transparent rectangle like this. Now hit the spacebar on your keyboard and wait for 3 seconds until a screenshot of the area appears in this little square in the right column of Better Touch tool. Change Search Image On to Screen with Mouse. Limit the search region to the top left quarter of your screen only. Change Move Mouse to Move to top left of recognized area and set the animation duration to 0.2 seconds. Add the same action again, but this time position the red rectangle centered over your playhead like you can see here. Hit the spacebar again and wait for 3 seconds. Then limit the search region to the bottom half of your screen this time. Change Move Mouse to center of recognized area. Set the duration to 0.5 seconds. And very important, check these 2 boxes. Add a left click action next, followed by Shift+C to switch to the effects panel and Shift+F to highlight the search field. Add the action Insert Type Paste Custom Text and write Light Leaks Transition Preset into the text field on the right. To add the preset to our adjustment layer, add the action Find Search Image on Screen and move mouse again. Position the red rectangle like this and take a screenshot by hitting the spacebar. Change Search Image On to Screen with Mouse. Limit the search region to the top left quarter of your screen. Change Move Mouse to Move to center of recognized area and set the animation duration to 0.2 seconds. Add the action called Drag Mouse to Position next. Click on Record New Position. Change X to 200 and Y to 45. Hit Save. Change Relative to Found Image Location and change the animation duration to 0.5 seconds. Then add a left click action and the 2 keyboard shortcut actions Shift+X to switch to the Effect Controls panel and Shift+V to switch to the Timelines panel. And the last action you want to add is called Show HUD Overlay, which will serve as a subtle visual confirmation that the workflow has ended. In the right column, click into the text area and insert the green checkmark emoji, for example. Set the duration to 0.2 seconds, set it to Screen with Mouse and change the position to at mouse location. Offset it a little bit by changing the X value to 2 and Y to -5. Set the window level to maximum float on top and change the values for width and height to 90 pixels. Finally, make sure to set the opacity of both the background and the border color to 0. Hit Command+S to save everything in Better Touch tool and our workflow is complete. Now let's test our automation by clicking the little play icon down here. And as you can see, it works just fine. Because there's a 1 second delay between each action, the whole workflow is still pretty slow. To speed it up, select the workflow speed trigger in the left column in Better Touch tool and set the delay to 0.05 seconds. Then hit the little play icon down here one more time. Perfect. All that's left is to assign a keyboard shortcut to it. To do so, click on this little keyboard icon up here, then click on the plus symbol, and now you can record any key combination you like. I'm going to assign it to a key of this used additional keyboard I have prepared in order to turn it into a really fancy customized Stream Deck for Premiere Pro. So in my case, I pressed this key and changed the trigger condition from works on all keyboards to works on keyboards with same type as used for recording to avoid activating the workflow when I press the same key on my regular keyboard. When your key combination is saved, click on the plus symbol in the middle column, add the action called trigger named trigger, and type the name of our reusable named trigger into this text field in the right column. And this is how you can automate adding a light leaks transition to your timeline in Premiere Pro in only a few seconds and with only one keystroke. And if you found this video helpful, please consider returning the favor by hitting the like button down below and by subscribing to my channel. I have planned literally hundreds of new tutorials already, and I upload 4 new videos every week. Thanks for watching.